Mortarion versus the Lion. Brother on brother, but with a new addition. These gorgeous new Deathwing models form the core of Tak's forces as he takes on Tycho and Mortarion in a showdown of bad blood between brothers. This is 40K in 40 minutes, Deathwing versus Death Guard. Welcome 40K fans, JT the voice of Play on here, and today we have a very special episode of 40K in 40 minutes. Games Workshop has graciously sent us the new Deathwing models for the Dark Angels, and we've got them on the table to square off against the other Death Guard, in this 2,000 point battle.
Ha 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 ha! Mortarion gets to kill the lion today.
Tycho brings his Death Guard led by Mortarion and the Demon Prince Oseet the Destroyer, as well as Typhus. He's got a squad of Plague Marines in the magic number of Nurgle, 7, some Blightlord Terminators, some Death Shroud Terminators, a Fetid Bloat Drone with Flesh Mower and a Fetid Bloat Drone with Spitters, a Mephitic Blight Hauler, and a Plague Burst Crawler. Poxwalkers form Typhus's bodyguard, and he's allied in a Beast of Nurgle as well as a Great Unclean One.
These are awesome pieces that are going to be really super tough to kill and hopefully should give Tak fits and score me lots and lots of points. Yes, points.
That Great Unclean One just takes so much to kill. I'm not even sure if Tak has an answer for it.
We got the brand new box of Dark Angels, specifically Deathwing, and so I'm here to play it.
Tak's Deathwing list is extremely elite.
This particular force is mostly Deathwing, except for the Lion.
He's got the Lionel Johnson, of course, Belial, and a Terminator Chaplain who has the Deathwing Assault Enhancement. That's going to let him deep strike on turn 1, 2, or 3. He's got 3 squads of Blade Guard veterans, some Deathwing Knights, 3 squads of Terminators, 2 of them with the plasma cannons, and 1 with an assault cannon, and he has a Brutalis Dreadnought. Tycho definitely has the advantage in bodies, but Tak can hit hard and hold. It's going to come down to who gets position and who, quite frankly, can make more Terminator saves.
This is super cool. I can't wait to put a Death Guard army down against the brand new Terminators, Belial and the Deathwing. This is going to be really cool.
And this project in particular, I got to do it with Tycho. I did the base coat, then Tycho went in and did all of the detail base work, and then I went in and shaded everything, and then it's now game time, and I've been painting up until this point. We're ready to play a game of Warhammer.
We are! That's what we do here.
We're playing Purge the Foe, which is apt
Yes.
for 2 Primarchs going at it.
Absolutely.
Today we're playing Purge the Foe on a Dawn of War deployment, and our mission special is Chilling Reign, so no additional rules. Purge the Foe gets you 4 points for holding an objective, and 4 points for holding more than your opponent. It gets you 4 points for killing a unit, and 4 more points for killing more than your opponent, so you can get a maximum of 16 primary points per turn.
So we're ready to go. Okay, rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put all 3 of my Terminator squads in reserves.
Tak is putting all 3 squads of his Terminators into Deep Strike Reserve, including the one that can come on turn 1. He's attached Belial to the Deathwing Knights, and his Chaplain and Terminator armor is the one with the advancement, is with a plasma cannon squad. The Great Unclean One and the Beast of Nurgle are going to be in Deep Strike for Tycho, and both players have chosen to play tactical objectives.
I'm only putting my demons in reserve because I am bringing Oseet the Destroyer, who has an aura of Feel No Pain. I'm going old school Death Guard. I get a Feel No Pain on my infantry. It's going to be rad.
First squad going down is these brave Blade Guard vets.
Oh yes, they are brave.
Try to give me options here, as in maybe I'll pull Investigate Signals.
Typhus and the boys.
Blade Guard Veteran Squad number 2.
Smegmatica! She's back.
My 3rd squad of incredibly brave Blade Guard vets are going to tow into that objective and try to hold it from here forever and ever and ever. What I was really trying to do, Tycho, with my placement of the Blade Guard vets was to see if you were going to set up a castle.
Oh.
But instead, you just counter-deployed.
See, Tak, there's called brilliant plans, and there's counters to brilliant plans. One of those counters, I see bad guys.
See bad guys, how hunt?
Go squish, okay.
Brutalis Dread.
Oseet the Destroyer.
Then the Lion.
The drone.
With none of his Terminator squads on the board, Tak has castled up pretty well here. I think he's hoping to draw the Death Guard forward a bit to try to carve him up piecemeal. However, if Tycho rushes full on, that could really cause tack fits and he could quickly get overwhelmed.
I would really like to go second. I've hidden really, really well. I want the Death Guard to be closer to me so that when it comes to my turn, I'm able to make some charges and dictate the aggression of this game.
Tack has brought a really, really big knife to a gunfight, and if he gets the room to swing it, he's going to be able to do some work.
So let's see who goes first, and then I'll put down my homers. I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 1!
So I will be going first.
All right.
Looks like Tack's going to be going first.
I get to go second. That's not the end of the world. I did want to go first to gain board position, but if I go second, hopefully Tack will wander out of position and I might be able to get a charge or two off. We'll see.
This episode is brought to you by GameMat.eu.
GameMat EU has provided us with some amazing terrain that can really paint the picture. The Mortarion is going to be attacking the Lion on his home world in a forested castle. I heard somewhere this battle might actually be over the cabbages. Not sure, but that's just a rumor I heard.
We're just growing cabbages. Like, just leave us alone. It's a village for cabbages. Those are farmhouses. What does Mortarion want with the farmhouses?
GameMat.eu product is suitable for war games and board games like Warhammer 40k, Age of Sigmar, Kill Team, Necromunda, Star Wars Legion, X-Wing, and many, many others. Let them build your next battleground. Check out GameMat.eu at the link in the description below. Now, back to the action.
Put one teleport Armour right there. And just in case I lose my home objective, which I don't want to lose, then I'm just going to put a teleport Armour here as well.
And Mortarion, of course. Tycho's using Disease Influence.
I'm going to pull my secondary cards and see what I need to do to score in this game. Investigate signals. Hey, look at that.
Tack has drawn Investigate Signals and Capture Enemy Outpost. Should be able to score signals for 4 victory points, but Capture Enemy Outpost, if he rushes forward now, that could be trouble.
The Lion.
He's choosing Martial Exemplar. That's going to give +1 to hit for Tack in a bubble around that model. That would be Lionel Johnson, the Primarch of the Dark Angels. He's chosen to vow his target on the right side objective. A new mechanic for Dark Angels makes them better on a specific objective. Mortarion is being oathed the moment this turn, making Tycho perhaps think twice about charging him in. But let's face it, this is Tycho. He's not going to worry about that.
Going into movement. I lucked out with the secondary draw. I got Investigate Signals, and look at those 2 Blade Guard vet units. They're 90 points, so they're great for getting secondary points. They're already within 9 inches of the corner there, so they're not going to move. My conundrum here is the Lion and his showdown with Mortarion. Because I could just make that charge really easy for you.
Getting on that objective might be dangerous.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm just simply going to, I think, set up for a counter charge. Advance my Terminators, see if they can get to the wall.
Tack pushes up the left side to be in range of that objective.
So I don't want to eat Melta shots from your Malefic Black Hauler. I don't have a lot of shooting in this list. I need to do everything in melee. This is going to be the Lion and his hubris. The Lion's going to advance. I'm going to move up a little bit to set up a few walls, but also to think about I need to get into combat into subsequent turns. I've moved everything, so we're going to go into reserves. I'm going to now bring in my Deathwing Terminators with the Chaplain attached. The Chaplain has the Deathwing Assault Enhancement, which allows me to come in turn 1. Just taking the objective.
Deep striking Terminators land on the far right objective. That's his vowed target. He's going to try to hold on to that.
Investigate Signals with the Blade Guard veterans in this corner.
Quite.
I say Investigate Signals with the Blade Guard vets in this corner, and then that is my entire shooting phase.
That's it for Tack's first turn. Pretty quick. He does score 4 points on Investigate Signals. He's discarded Capture Enemy Outpost. That's going to give him an extra command point. He ends the turn with 2 command points to Tycho's 1.
Turn 1 was really about setting up, but now I need to see where Tycho's going to go.
Alrighty. I have nothing interesting to do my command phase.
Start of Tycho's turn 1, and he's pulled Area Denial and Engage on all fronts. He should be able to score Area Denial for 3 points pretty easily, possibly with 5, but Engage on all fronts could be hard.
I'm going to do my best. Here we go. I'm going to advance my Plague Burst Crawler. I need to make it pretty darn far, because from the back there...
Here's 5 points.
That's 5!
Plague Burst Crawler zooms to the mid-table. That's going to give him Area Denial.
Prince is going to advance as well. Ooh, he goes fast. All right, I don't think I'm going to be able to get a shot off with these Terminators because they go so darn slow. So they're going to advance as well. Ooh, only one.
Tycho's got a command reroll on advance on his Blight Lords to try to get them up the table. He's down to 1 command point.
So that's going to be 5, and then 5. Mr. Nibbles. Stankify this objective. It's sticky and will remain mine until the end of the turn in which someone else tries to capture it. Alrighty, so Typhus, taking a peek, is going to go for his Zappy Zap and fire at your Terminators.
Okay, don't roll 1.
I rolled a 5. It'll be D6 mortal wounds. Ah, it's a full 6! You get 4 up. Feel no pain.
I do, but you rolled a 6.
I rolled a 6 because I'm cruel and unusual.
Typhus, with his Eater Plague, kills a Terminator and wounds another one with even the 4 up. Wow.
All right, well, that was a start. Tycho, a 5 into a 6.
Sometimes the gods are with me. The Terminator's back here. I have the champion and one of his buddies who are in range of their Plague Spirit gauntlets. See how many hits I get. 15.
11 wounds.
Plague Spurts almost kill a Deathwing Knight.
Smegmatica with 2 Plague Spitters.
Tack chooses to Armor of Contempt here, down to 2 command points, trying to save his wounded Deathwing Knight.
Armor of Contempt.
Yeah.
All right, that means that you'll be saving on 2s. I do 6 hits. I do reroll my 1s for Mortarion. I do 5 wounds.
Okay, let's see if I can survive. I do.
Mortarion. Let's start with a thunderous fart. Rot wind. It's gonna be D6 plus 4. 5 plus 4 is 9?
Tycho.
I'm sorry.
Tycho is rolling so hot. That is a lot of volume coming my way, and if there's one way to get around 2-up saves, it's volume.
Oh, it is lethal. So 2 wounds. So 2 devastating, 3 saves, and 2 devastation wounds.
So I've got 2-ups first.
Yeah.
I fail 1.
Oh, down goes another Deathwing.
1 in the front here, only has 2 remaining.
Alrighty. But I've still got the lantern to go. That's the lantern wounding.
I have a 3-up.
I have a Mythic Blight Hauler who can't see much else, so let's open up with the missile launcher side. He's just gonna do a crack missile.
Okay.
2 will not wound. Off by 1, and you're not close enough to be -1 toughness yet. Both hit from the multi-melta. Both wound.
My 4-pin bomb. I make both.
Zing zing, the shields hold.
Yep.
Like I can hit with 2 plasma guns and blight launcher. 1 lethal and a hit. The hit fails to wound.
3-up. That's a 2. Kills this guy.
Overcharging, firing my plasma into your Terminators. 1 miss, 1 hit. Fails to wound. Gets hot on the regular guy. Nope. Gets hot on my champion. No. Let's start with my fantastic Premier Charger, Buzz the Drone. He's gonna try and flesh mow some knights. Here he comes. That's a 6. That's short. I'm gonna spend my command point because I really want him in.
Command reroll succeeds. Here comes Buzz the Drone with his charge.
And here comes Mortarion. Find out. That's an 8. That should do just fine. All right, Mortarion's made it in with a flesh mower. This is gonna be good. Charge with Typhus.
Typhus and the Poxwalkers are in.
Typhus makes the charge. Oh yeah. The dice are pouring my way. It's good. It's good. The Chaos Gods want. The Chaos Gods want all the cabbages.
5 phase now.
I'm going to spend 1 command point on Armor Contempt.
Attack again, trying to Armor of Contempt here. Should help with the Death Guard aura.
Whirligig sweeping because reasons.
Mortarion sweeps for 12 wounds.
I rolled super low.
Oh no.
Tycho, you've killed a vaunted veteran Deathwing Knight.
Oh no.
And taken 1 down to 1 wound remaining.
Okay.
That actually pulls the drone out of combat because it can't move through that wall.
I'm trying to stay alive, so I think if that pulls you out of combat.
That pulls me out of combat. I have one last charge to resolve here. I'm gonna do some piling in. The 3 Poxwalkers don't make it to the fight, so I haven't taken any losses there, so I can't make any new zombies out of your Deathwing Terminators here. It's gonna be 17 Poxwalkers.
I'm going to spend another command point. Duty unto death. That means if you kill any on a 4+, I get to still fight.
Poxwalkers, attack!
You're going for lethals.
Here we go!
All the 6s.
Ooh, I see some 6s. I think it's strength 3.
I go to toughness 4, so still on 5s. Yeah.
One more. So a total of
7.
Nurgle wants it.
Let's see if Nurgle, if I want it. Jeez, I lost another Terminator.
Hey, he's gonna fight.
He's gonna fight.
I'm dead. Strike of Typhus's Mastercrafted Man Reaper. Are you a man? We'll find out. Strength of 9 to your toughness of effective 4. Nurgle wants it. Go Typhus. Oh, you stymied.
So one of my Terminators is dead. He just doesn't know it yet. He's confused. So I've got 3 Power Fists in there and the Chaplain.
-1 to hit me.
As a Deathwing Terminator, I ignore those, so I'm still hitting on 3s with my Power Fists.
Well, phooey. My Destroyer Hive fails me. Because I'm just a lowly Poxwalker.
4.
4. I ignore on 5, so I'm gonna roll the first of the 2 damage, and then I'll roll a second if I make any of them. So I ignore 2 of them, and I need a second to survive. I survive with 1, so 3 go down.
Sure. Then I'm gonna go and hit you with my Crozius.
Chaplain's bonk stick. Looking for 2s. Oh, he still drops 2.
2 damage.
I ignore neither. I'm going down.
This fellow who forgot to die, too angry to die, all of a sudden remembers. We didn't trigger any of the second part of the primary, which is kill more. Right. So nobody killed anything this turn, and nobody killed more this turn.
But I do get area denial for 5 points.
And a battle round 1, it's 5-4 in favor of Tycho.
Are you going to discard?
I am going to discard. I'm chucking it for a command point.
All right, going into turn 2, Tycho has a slight points advantage, but it's not something I can't catch.
Uh-oh, here comes the charge of the Terminators.
Flight of the Terminators. We are into a new battle round. I'm going to pull my secondaries, and I'm going to see what this is before choosing any of my command phase stuff. So I've got overwhelming force. I need to kill something on an objective. And then I've got area denial. Oh, that's impossible. Let's see what I can score.
Entirely possible he kills a unit off of an objective, but he is not getting the middle, that's for sure.
I'm going to Oath of Moment.
Mortarion is Oath by tack again. Mortarion again, re-rolling 1s.
Then my Vow target.
Vowed objective is underneath Mortarion's base. That's going to make everybody work a little bit harder to kill him, just because they vowed to do so.
I'll be getting +1 wounds against things against that. Only infantry, so my Brutalis will not.
Lion chooses Martial Exemplar again, giving all the Dark Angels around him a +1 to hit.
I've got no battle shocks to take because they're above half and they're still just at half. You have knocked me off of that objective because of the overwhelming bodies that you have there. You've knocked me off of that one, so I'm only going to score points here for holding that objective, but not holding more. And I'm going to need to figure out a way to have you not score more somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do that.
Beware the great unclean one.
And there is a great unclean one as well. Let's go on the attack. Deathwing Knights are just going to stay put, and you can't overwatch.
Blade Guard are moving up to try to help those beleaguered Terminators.
They have investigated the barn. Our cavalry stores are safe, so now that is a whopping 9-inch charge.
Okay. Those guys found their cabbages too.
These guys found their cabbages, so they're gonna just go this way.
Tack needs to bring his reinforcements in now. I wonder where the Terminators are gonna go.
Ooh, I need to put down resources here. I do have a trick up my sleeve. What's your OC on that objective? 6 on that objective?
Chain Fist Terminators drop mid-table, and they're looking to do some work to either of the 2 vehicles, the Mephitic Blight Hauler or the Plagueburst Crawler.
I'm going to spend a command point on Relic Teleportation, and I'm going to land my Terminators on that objective. And while I cannot do a charge, there's a lot of Storm Bolters there to try to take out Poxwalkers, and I'm going to simply try to take that objective away from Tycho. shooting phase, and we're going to start off with the Dreadnought, who only has Mortarion as a target. Icarus Array, because Mortarion does have fly. Hitting on 3s. On 4+s, I do something. I do something twice.
Okay.
The multi-melta. This is the fanciness.
Look at that.
It is a twin-linked multi-melta.
Ooh, it is. Ooh, I don't want to multi-melt at this range. I've got to do it. I've got to re-roll my invulnerable save.
Re-rolling the failed save versus the melt-a-gun shot, and he fails.
4 to 6, because this is a melta 2.
He does shrug 2 damage, but Mortarion is down to 13 wounds.
The Lion. Need 5s. Nothing. Going from downtown, heavy bolt pistols. 6s become 5s. They're infantry.
Oh, look at that. Fancy.
AP1.
Okay.
Terminators into the Blight Hauler. Then 6s wound against the Malefic Blight Hauler.
Looking for 3s. I take 2, down to 8 wounds.
Right, so then I'm going to, I'm going to go for the hazardous profile.
Oh, you got to. Although, Terminator, hazardous, dangerous.
Yeah, it is very dangerous. So D3 shots. 3s. Nothing.
Terminators do some work here. Hazardous is okay, though. Poxwalkers are getting shut up real good. That's going to make Tax charge even longer.
Feel no pain. I ignore 3 of them.
Nice. I think I have shot with everything. This is so weird, playing Dark Angels versus playing my usual Space Marines. Everything's melee. That's a 10-inch charge here.
And this is the only charge you can actually make over here, despite me being surrounded.
Blade Guards need a 10. Fail!
We're getting that badness out of the way.
Get that out of the way. They'll allow the Lion.
We're going to go with the Lion, because what I'm hoping to do is make a really long charge to get around Mortarion, so that my Brutalis might be able to make it in as well.
The Lion into Mortarion, only a 6. He needed more to get the Brutalis in.
Charge straight.
Deathwing Knights.
Deathwing Knights. Straight away.
Oh, my.
Oh, the Deathwing Knights are in on the charge.
I've got a long bomb charge here because I've been making fairly short ones. I'm due for a big one, right?
9-inch charge into the Blight Hauler succeeds.
That is all of my charges. We'll go here first, though. Terminators, they're going to all chain fist first.
Okay.
Hitting on 4s. Let's see what happens here. I dropped too many. I got 3 through.
For 5s. I saved 2.
Power weapon. I needed that on the wounded. Oh, man.
That's a wound.
Oh my Lanta, the Blight Hauler has lived. That is not good.
The Lion.
The Lion. Uh-oh. I've only got 13 wounds left.
Fealty now off the Lion.
The Lion makes his attacks.
2s re-rolling because you are my oath target. 1 lethal in there.
Oh, you're lethal. Oof.
Yes. Oh, man.
Saving on 4s. I save 2. I ignore on 5s. I take 2 damage.
Mortarion down to only 11 wounds. Good grief.
Mortarion stands.
The Lion didn't cut it, literally. At this point, I just need to see if I can take down a drone. One of my Deathwing Knights has to go into Mortarion because I move forward. Mace to the face.
Mace.
But winning on 5s because you are on my Val target.
Hey, it's mine. I'm going to ignore on 5s.
Oh, he shrugged all of the Deathwing Knight damage. The Dark Angels are in trouble.
Death Guard in this edition are still what they've been for the longest time, and that is resilient. They are tough. Into the drone. And only 1.
Saving on 4. I'm okay.
All right, so Belial going to be winning on 4s. 1 is -2.
I take 1.
2 damage.
2 damage. Down to 8.
I'm having a hard time getting through this really high toughness with the weapons that I have.
Mortarion, whacking the Lion. I will strike.
So I've got a 3-up invuln. Any 6s bounces a mortal wound back at you. I bounce 1 mortal back at you.
I don't ignore it. I'm down to 10. Mower drone is buzz. 10 attacks, hitting on 3s.
So it kills this Terminator here. Oh, man. This is a tough game.
I've had some spectacular luck, and you've had the opposite.
Tax kept overwhelming force. He discards area denial for a command point. It's 8-5 as we head to Tycho's turn 2.
Pick your poisons. Extend battle lines and no prisoners.
So you got to kill things. You already scored stand battle.
I will spend 1 command point to heal Mortarion.
Mortarion uses Gifts of Decay to give him back just 1 wound. He sits at 13 after primary to tax 8.
The Hauler's going to fall back. And the Terminators will move up. The Plague Marines.
The Great Unclean One and Beast of Nurgle both deep strike in attack's deployment zone.
That looks to be a movement phase. Everything's shooting into Terminators.
Got it?
Starting with Rapid Fire Plasma.
I feel both.
Oh, jeez. Light Launcher.
I save 1.
3 bolters.
Then you kill the sergeant.
Spurt Gauntlets.
4d6.
Looking for 4s. 7. -1 because of my aura.
You make me play Terminators like Space Marines. So one's got 1 wound remaining.
Smegmatica. 6 hits.
I've got 1 chain fist and 1 plasma cannon left.
I did good damage with my spurtings.
This is new paint syndrome.
New paints.
In spades. It's nothing but new paint syndrome. Take a balanced Dark Angels list. I'm pretty sure they're good. This is a very skewed list, right?
Rotwinged on your Blade Guard veterans. So total of 3 wounds and 1 devastating.
Make all my invulns. And then the lantern now into line. Okay.
Wounds -3. 4 actually. Ooh. 3 damage.
3 damage. Ooh. So 7 wounds left on the line.
I will empty the Blight Lords into your Terminators.
Okay.
Wow, Tycho's shooting phase is going fantastic. He's just chewing up those Terminators.
My sergeant is down to 2 remaining.
Ether Plague.
I'm going to summon a Watcher.
All right.
So I have 4 ups.
Typhus, zap him. He says, yes, I will zap him. How many zaps? 6 zaps again. Oh, God.
You went 5 into 6 again. You really just want me dead.
I seem so.
I can survive this.
You can, absolutely.
Plaguey goodness just pukes up a new Poxwalker from Typhus Eater Plague, plus Curse of the Walking Pox. Oh, isn't that lovely?
What else would you like to do?
Let's keep smashing that unit. Plague Burst Crawler can shoot. Mortar.
No, I'm okay.
Here come the entropy cannons. Got the stubber. Slugger.
Slugger.
Slugger. Heavy slugger. Whatever that is. 1 wound.
Do you slug me? You do.
I slugged something. Splat.
Oh, those kind of slugs. Oh, that's, you know what? I concede. If they're firing like banana slugs at me, I concede. No wonder you were going after my cabbages.
Let's increase the GUI. Putrid vomit at your Blade Guard veterans on your home objective. Come on, Great Unclean One. 2 hits. No wounds. Shot, shot, shot. Let's do some charging. Great Unclean One charges your Blade Guard veterans. That's a 7, no beans. The Toad goes for his go. 7, he fails too. The Poxwalkers are going to charge into this unit here. A 2, that fails. Well, I'll spend a command point.
Hey, need a 3, command reroll, a 2 again. Oh no!
Typhus and the boys have failed twice. A 3-inch charge, twice.
Blightlord Terminators.
Are you sure you want to roll the same dice?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
They're going to redeem themselves.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay.
I hope. They redeem themselves. Fetid Boat Drone. Smegmatica with a 5. The Death Shroud Terminators.
Into my remaining 2?
Yes, 10. I do want to charge with OC. 3 and a 5, that should do. And Plague Marines. It's a party.
Those poor Terminators have been charged by everything as well as the kitchen sink. So I don't think they're long for this world. Lion has fight first.
The Lion has fight first, and Tycho makes 4 of 5 4-up saves.
Do you take 4?
Nope, I take 3, down to 8. I'm going to pick the Blight Lord Terminator.
What I'm going to do here is I'm going to spend 2 command points. One on duty upon death, duty onto death, death onto duty, so that if they die, I will be able to fight back. Spend another command point on armor contempt to just try to keep them alive.
Here comes the flail, hitting on 3s.
3 ups. I still fail one, so this one is dead, but we will see at the end of this fight if he forgot to die.
Here come the axes. 3.
Invulns for days. Fail 3 of them. So that's another dead Terminator. On 4 pluses, they fight back. One does.
Down to 1. Death Guard and Mortarion. We have a party going on with these Terminators over here. I've charged with a lot of units. They're gonna die. They're gonna die.
Terminator's mid-table just got munched. Death Shroud consolidate onto the objective.
Then we go into ongoing combats. Knights and Belial. I've got 2 maces left in there. So they're going to go into the drone. Try to take it out.
The drone goes down now, and that is actually points for overwhelming force.
Mortarion will hack away. Rerolling 1s to wound.
Probably live through this.
Yep.
Tak actually scores 3 points on his turn to add to his secondary to bring him up to 15. Tycho, however, another 4 points for killing and 7 points for secondary, puts him to 24.
Well, it's been a bit of a raucous turn, but I seem to be in great board position. I have not lost nearly as much as I was expecting to the tide of Terminators, and the Terminators are falling.
Competitively, this is tough. Thematically, the thought of these rare, these few, these elite Terminators, trying to beat the odds against all these Death Guard, it's a lot of fun to play in. Yes, I do wish my dice were going a little bit more my way, but I love the vision of this, and I'm gonna see what I can do with the few Terminators that I still have left. And this is looking dire for the Dark Angels. Bring it down.
Okay.
Oh man. And then I've also got Storm Hostile Objective. These are doable. These are doable. Here's the plan. The Lion is going to take down Mortarion. The Brutalis Dreadnought will take down that Greater Unclean one. And if I'm able to take that objective away from Tycho on that flank with Typhus, then I'm going to be able to max out here on my secondaries.
Tak back, devouring the objective on the right flank. He's chosen Martial Exemplar yet again, and he's Oath of Momented the Poxwalkers to guarantee their death.
I really need to storm a hostile objective and take that away from you. Cool. I get 4 points.
19-24 in favor of Tycho.
And we go into the movement phase. My Brutalis is going to let his Primarch do all the work over there. Try to get into the fight eventually over here. Get to the other side of the wall with my Blade Guard vets over here. Storm that hostile, take that away from you. Now that I've done all my moving, we're going to go into the shooting phase, and now we are going to heavy bolt pistols into the Great Unclean one.
Quite.
Try to tickle him. I got nothing. Blade Guard vets over there are going into Mortarion. I did not get a wound. These are the other Blade Guard vets into the Poxwalker unit there. Luckily, I oath them.
I ignore none of it. I take 3 losses.
Awesome. So then we are going to take Strum Bolters, and then the Plasma are going to go into the Poxwalkers.
Gotcha. I ignore 2 of them.
Nice. I'm not overcharging the Plasma. How many shots do I get? Hitting on 3s. Right, it is blast. One more try. Miss. Hit. 3s on 2s. All 3.
I ignore 1, take 2.
Belial's mega awesome super mastercrafted Storm Bolter. I'm going to try to magically take down a Malefic Blight Hauler with a mastercrafted Storm Bolter.
Ooh!
Hitting on 2s. I hit with everything. Strength 4 to your T9. I'm winning on 6s.
You are.
But that's okay, because I only need 2 of these through. I got my 2!
You got your 2! No AP?
No, wait.
Looking for 3s. Make 1, take 1.
So close.
Down to 2.
But it could have been the Cinderella story.
The Heartbreaker. Oh, Heartbreaker. That's going to be its new name.
Armour Luminous from the Lion is going to fire into Mortarion. Yeah, winning on 5s. Here we go. Doesn't even equal 5. The Brutalis Dreadnought, and it's going to pump everything into Greater Unclean one.
My Great Unclean one. He's large and unclean.
Tickle you with Twin Bolters.
Ooh.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Oh, I got 1.
Huzzah! I fail. I can ignore on 6. I don't. 19 wounds remain.
19. Meltas. I need to keep my command point. Yeah, so looking for 5s.
That's a 5. 4. Saved.
Not a lot in the shooting phase for him, that's for sure. Charge and fight phase is where he wants to do his work.
Then we go into charges. Brutalis into the Greater Unclean One. That is in. Command point here, and I'm going to do tank shock.
Oh, you're going to do the full meal deal, aren't you?
I do 5 mortal wounds.
Ignoring on 6s. Don't ignore any. Take 5 down to 14.
Then we're going to do the Brutalis charge. D3. You take 2 mortal wounds from Brutalis charge.
Take both.
Sure. You are down to 12.
That is a hug and a half.
The Brutalis Dreadnought was one of those Dreadnoughts that didn't do a lot for me at first, but now that with the Brutalis charge and with tank shock, it's able to output a lot. Let's see if we can do enough in the next fight phase to take down the Greater Demon. Belial and friends, and they're going to charge into only Mortarion. So they're in. The Blade Guard vets into the Poxwalkers, what's remaining of them.
I know.
That is a 5, they're in.
Will do, yep.
Terminators are going into the Poxwalkers and Typhus. They're in.
He's made every single charge. He needs this to go as well as he possibly could to really put the hammer down.
Going to the fight first, we'll just go this way. Why are we going this way? Because that leaves the line as last.
Blade Guard gonna be on the saves of 1s, and the Blade Guard clear the Poxwalkers.
Terminators into Typhus. Let's see what we can do. Strength 8, so I'm wounding on 3s. So 4 4-ups.
The Terminators take down Typhus.
Because we said we're going this way, the next unit is this guy.
Brutalis now into the 12 wound remaining Great Unclean One.
So wounding on 4s, this is Twin Linked. Only 3. So I can't kill you.
Ooh.
I come close.
I ignore none of them.
Takes it down to 3 wounds left.
I am down to 3 wounds.
The Greater Demon has 3 wounds remaining. Okay, but you're still alive, which is not great for bringing it down. I need a Mortarion to live with 1 wound remaining, and then to kill both of them in your turn. Belial and friends are going to go into Mortarion.
Oh wow, Mortarion is so tough he takes all the shots from the Termies.
I got nothing. So the Lion is going to fight with his fealty into Mortarion. Let's see if I can finally take down Mortarion.
The Lion wounds 5 times.
Oh no, I'm going to spend a command point to reroll one of those.
Tycho's got to spend a command point to reroll a save, and he still fails. 12 damage.
12 damage. I need to make a whole bunch of these.
You're going to live with 1 wound, and my plan's going to work.
The great devious plan. So I need to make 5 of these to live. I made 5.
Right? You live with 1?
I live with
Yes!
1. Wow.
That's Mortarion left on a single wound.
Now that none of the big things have died in this particular turn, I'm hoping that Tycho doesn't run from the fight and I'm able to kill these big monsters in close combat in the next turn and score big.
But I may run away.
You're not allowed to run away. That's like...
Mortarion is going to wail away at Belial and friends. Being on 2s. Rerolling my 1s.
4-ups. I fail 1, so 1's got 1 wound remaining. Damage 4 goes to damage 3. And I have 2 more to take. So you killed the 1 Terminator.
Woohoo! I killed a Terminator. Wounding you on 3s.
4-up invulns. I make 2. I've only got the assault cannon left.
16 attacks from the rest of the unit with the bubotic axes. All you gotta do is knock it average.
I take 2. He's alive with 1.
He's alive with 1 wound.
Which means you cannot consolidate towards that objective, which means I still can have it.
The great unclean one. 11 damage.
11 damage. I've got 1 left.
Here comes the bile blade. Can I finish him off? It's a wound.
Please, live with 1.
The Great Unclean One has just killed the Brutalist. What the actual fire truck just happened?
Do I explode? Nope. I needed my Brutalis Dreadnought to live, and that Greater Unclean One just turned around and backhanded him into non-existence.
TAC does score Storm hostile objective. He's kept Bring It down, and it's 24-24 as we head to Tycho's turn 3. He's both Assassination and Secure No Man's Land.
But I do have to fall back and be evil.
What?
I have to be evil.
Mortarion passes Battle Shock, but the Great Unclean One fails. Tycho scores 8 points on primary to jump out to 32 points. Mortarion falls back, absolutely no point in giving TAC any possibility of scoring Bring It Down points.
No quarter here. Tycho's not letting me have any of the points. Oh, man.
Mortarion flees!
Tycho, I had this beautiful plan.
I know. That's why I had to wreck it. Wrecking of tax plans.
This game isn't really about much movement at all anymore. It's really just smash, 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 smash.
Let's start the shooting phase.
Oh, the Great Unclean One has puked on the Blade Guard.
All right, the Prince. Plague Spewer all over Belial. -2.
I feel 2.
2 damage.
So then I have 2 wounds remaining.
The Terminator's Spirit Gauntlets. Over 4s.
I've got 2 wounds left, and then Belial. I've got 1 wound left. He's dead. 3 left on Belial.
Oh, what is happening here? TAC!
Oh, no.
Terminator armor versus plague spewing goodness is unreal, especially when TAC can't roll if his life depends on it.
Belial, I'm sorry. Dark Angel fans, I'm sorry. Failing you miserably. Oh, he's got 3 wounds remaining.
Oh, good thing Smegmatica's in range. Plague Spirit Gauntlets for the win. Here comes Smegmatica. Winning on 2s.
4s. I fail 3. Oh, man.
And that's Assassination. Fire my mortar to the lion. 4 shots. Hitting on 4s.
Jeez. I went from 7 to 5.
All the Plague Marines are going after the lion. Plasma guns overcharged.
1 wound. Oh, for freak's sake.
Double fail of the hazardous test kills the Plague Marines.
Launcher. Boom. 1 wound, 1 hit. 2 damage.
Got 1 wound remaining.
Let's see if the Mystic Blight Hauler, if Heartbreaker can really break your heart. All right, here comes the missile. That's a hit. That's a 1. I reroll my 1s. Mortarion. Multi-Melta.
Oh my Lanta! The lion has gone down to shooting. How anticlimactic!
Tax saves have been failing him left, right, and center. I gotta say that, when the dice are helping you out this much, the story is the victory of Mortarion.
Well, that could have gone a bit better, I have to say. End of the turn, TAC gets a kill. That puts him to 28. Tycho, however, kill more, and that gives him 8 more primary points, 28 primary, 22 secondary. That's 50 to 28, and TAC's got nothing left.
That leaves me on the table 1 squad of Blade Guard vets,
2
squads of Blade Guard vets,
and some Terminators.
And some Terminators. The newly painted curse struck hard and killed everything.
Except 2 models.
Except for 2 models that were newly painted. Good game, Tycho. I have to concede there.
Oh.
There's no getting points from that point on.
That's going to end our game with a final score of 60 to 38 in favor of Tycho.
Mortarion survived. The Barbican plate held, and I am victorious with all of the cabbages.
Thank you for a great game, gentlemen, and thanks to Games Workshop for the advanced models. Special thanks to GameMat EU for sponsoring this episode. We love their terrain and mats and are always thankful for their support. Make sure to check them out at gamemat.eu. And last but certainly not least, thank you for watching. If you like what we do, please make sure to hit that like and follow button or even share us with your friends. You could also consider supporting us through YouTube membership or Patreon. You'll get exclusive releases as well as behind-the-scenes interviews, early access to most of our shows, and access to our Discord, the most happening 40K community around. That's it for all of us here. On behalf of the Play On team, this is JT saying, until the next time you see us in the far-flung future of a grimdark universe, play on!
It was a lot of fun to paint up these Terminators. It was a lot of fun to play them and see that story kind of unfold. One Primarch kind of went down. The other Primarch is licking his wounds with only a single point of health left. So that was a lot of fun.
Dice tell stories. I helped, and I'm victorious. But I do feel a little bit bad.
And I guess I will go back to the painting table.